Okay, thank you for watching. Okay, so ranking on the QS ranking in World 2023. Okay, UMP, University Malaysia Pahang, already been ranked in between 801 to 1000, which is in the top 57. This is our first time actually join the world ranking, world university ranking, and we are being ranked at 800. It's a quite very good achievement for us in UMP. Okay, at UMP, okay, we have 4 college, and these are the faculties in the UMP. Okay, Pak Arizona, may I know the students with me right now is from which faculty or school?
All the students that join this webinar is from Information Technology Study Department, Prof. UNISA Yogyakarta. Yeah. So there is only one study program that joined this webinar.
Okay, so great. So I'm also from computing background, so we are in the same line, same track. Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully so information will be good.
Yeah, and students also may interrupt my presentation if you have something to ask. Okay, just I mean I'm not sure, but we have a moderator here with us. So these are the faculty in our UMP, University Malaysia Pahang. Okay, and we have 842 staff, academic staff, and 980 for the administrative and support staff. Okay. And then for the international students, we have 29 countries from international students with us. Okay. And we have the total numbers of students between undergraduates, postgraduate, and lifelong learning program. The total is 15,131 students. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's begin our talk for today, which is surfing the wave of the 4th Industrial Revolution, challenges in teaching and learning. Okay, main points for today, I would like to talk about 4 main points. Number 1 is on the evolution of IR, okay, 4.0. Number 2 is on the process, how from the manual we digitize and then become digitalization. And then how IR 4.0 is switched or help or adapt in the education 4.0. And then lastly, closing on the research exhibition that we conduct in UMP. Okay, we look at here on the evolution of 4th Industrial Revolution. As we know, it starts from the 1st Industrial Revolution that is focusing on when the case is on the steam power and water power. Okay, so the 1st Industrial Revolution is only focused on the steam power and water power. And in the 1900, it started to go to the 2nd Industrial Revolution, which is this period between 1871 and 1940. It started railroad and telegraph networks, which are it is allow for faster transfer of people and idea, and it involved with electricity. Okay, then it moved to the 2000, which is a starting goal for the digital revolution. And when we talk about digital revolution, of course, it will involve with IT. Okay, that is why if you look at on 2000, the market demand of the IT graduates are very, very high. Okay, and then 11 years later, okay, start with the 4th Industrial Revolution. Okay. So now we are in the 4th Industrial Revolution. I believe that the student with me right now are born between 2000. I'm not sure. Okay, you may use the chat if you want to give feedback. Okay. So what is the 4th Industrial Revolution? So let us together watch this video.
Blurring the line. Technologies like
Pak Arizona, who is the draw the slide just now?
Okay, bro.
That was me,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know.
see some.
Yeah,
I can
because
I
I
see
don't have the
someone who.
material yet.
You're just peeping.
Yeah, that's like a sound from
Yeah,
outside.
from another person. Yeah, from another person who attend the.
Okay.
Y'all are being Zoom bombed.
Yeah.
Maybe Mr. Danur,
Maybe
can you kick the name is Ayun? This is
Yeah, maybe the host
name Ayun. Can you
tweet.
kick the from the meeting?
I already clicked Britannia, but Prof.
Okay.
So I think it is okay now.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
You can make me the
continue.
co-host so I can sweep the intruder maybe. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, Prof. The sound is mute. We cannot hear.
Oh, you cannot hear the sound?
Yeah.
Yes, this video kan.
Okay. Just now also you cannot hear the sound, right?
Yeah, duh, retard.
What?
Sorry.
Mr. Danur, can
Okay.
you kick again another?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, try. I
Oh,
try,
yeah.
okay.
Or you can make me the co-host, Mr. Kanur, maybe.
Yes.
The volume,
Okay.
the
Yes.
sound.
the digital revolution.
Yes, the sound still not here.
Cannot hear.
Cannot
Or
hear.
what should I choose? Supposedly, or I can run through YouTube.
Before you share screen, you can check please.
Okay. Let me. Okay. I try to share again. Okay. Let me share again. Where should I should? Okay. Let's try. Can you hear now?
Still no sound, Prof. Maybe because before you share the video, you can also share the sound via Zoom setting maybe.
Oh, okay. How to do that? Okay, wait a minute. Because normally we use Microsoft Teams here.
Teams, yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah,
Let
Microsoft
me. Yeah, let me try it first.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
It's okay.
It's
Share
okay,
it.
bro. It's okay.
Should I
Yes,
share?
Dr. Awareness.
Supposedly, when I click sharing, what should I choose? The slide or the screen?
Yeah, you can choose the screen, and also there is beside the screen there is a feature called share the voice, share sound, and you can also check the sound.
Oh, share sound, right?
Checklist,
Yes.
double checklist.
Checklist.
Okay.
Share sound.
All right. Okay. Okay, I try. Okay. Try again.
It was in
Can you
these
hear
Swiss
now?
mountains that the world was first introduced to the phrase the fourth
Yes, we can hear it
Can.
clear.
Okay, good.
Okay.
industrial revolution.
Yes.
And it's been a hot
Nice, Bob.
topic among academics, politicians, and business leaders ever since. But
Makers,
what
makers,
exactly
makers,
does it mean?
makers.
The term Fourth Industrial Revolution was coined by the founder of the World Economic Forum, a former professor named Klaus Schwab. Schwab wrote a book with that title to describe an era marked by a technological revolution blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological spheres. Let's break that down. Technologies like artificial intelligence, autonomous vehicles, or the Internet of Things are becoming ingrained in our day-to-day lives and even our bodies. Think of voice-activated virtual assistants, Face ID recognition, or healthcare sensors. Schwab first presented his vision of the Fourth Industrial Revolution at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting here in Davos in 2016. But to understand the idea, we need to go much further back in history to Industrial Revolution number 1. The first Industrial Revolution started in Great Britain around 1760 and spread to Europe and North America through the early 1800s. It was powered by a major invention, the steam engine. The result? New manufacturing processes, the creation of factories, and a booming textiles industry. From the late 1800s, the Second Industrial Revolution was marked by mass production and new industries like steel, oil, and electricity. The light bulb, telephone, and internal combustion engine were a few of the major inventions of this era. The Third Industrial Revolution, sometimes known as the Digital Revolution, occurred in the second half of the 20th century. In just a few decades, we saw the invention of the semiconductor, personal computer, and the internet. So what separates the Fourth Industrial Revolution from the Third? Experts say the main difference is that technology is merging more and more with humans' lives, and that technological change is happening faster than ever. Consider this. It took 75 years for 100 million users to adopt the telephone. Instagram signed up 100 million users in just 2 years, while Pokemon Go caught that amount in 1 month. 3D printing is just one example of fast-paced technology in the Fourth Industrial Revolution. The industry has gone from a business idea to big business, with 3D printer shipments expected to increase from just under 200,000 in 2015 to 2.4 million in 2020. Today, you can have a hip replacement from a 3D printed bone, or use a 3D printed bionic arm. Talk about blurring the line between humans and technology, right? This new era of technology is driving a lot of innovation. You can see in this chart the number of patents related to the Fourth Industrial Revolution for things like 3D printing or AI has been climbing up and up since early 2000. Organizations are embracing new technologies to make their businesses more efficient, similar to how they embraced the steam engine during the First Industrial Revolution. But some companies and governments are struggling to keep up with the fast pace of technological change. Research shows innovators, investors, and shareholders benefit the most from innovation. The risk is that the Fourth Industrial Revolution is making inequality, which is already a big issue, even worse. One study found billionaires have driven almost 80% of the 40 main breakthrough innovations over the last 40 years. That's a problem when the richest 1% of households already own nearly half of the world's wealth. Experts warn we are in a winner-takes-all economy, where high-skilled workers are rewarded with high pay and the rest of
screen.
Excuse me, bro.
workers are left out. Studies confirm technologies like AI will eliminate some jobs and create demand for new skills that many workers don't have. Privacy concerns are another issue, as the Fourth Industrial Revolution turns every company into a tech company. Industries from food to retail to banking are going digital, and they're collecting a lot more data about their customers along the way. Users are starting to worry that companies know too much about their private digital lives. The World Economic Forum says a majority of leaders don't have confidence their organizations are ready for the changes associated with the Fourth Industrial Revolution. With tech changing fast every day, it's time to catch up. Hey everyone, Elizabeth here in Davos.
Can you stop the share screen, the first? Can you stop your share screen? Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Can we sweeping?
Well, let me do the sweeping session first, Prof. Okay, there is somebody who uses the chat feature. Wait.
Kill all Indians.
It's okay, Pak Ari?
Wait a minute. Well, I think that's okay because the name is based on our student, Miss Zahra.
Okay, this Amel
Hopefully
is
there is
Amelia.
no
I'm sorry.
interpreters. And we already setting that no one can join the meeting except to get our permission. So I think it is safe now.
Okay, the name of Amel is Amelia, or not? Sorry. Hello.
Hello, Amel. Is it you, Amalia Nurafifah?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, Annie, is it you, Annie? Okay, Annie. If no one answer, I should remove the account. We can. I think we can continue. I'll do the
We
sweeping.
can continue now.
About me as well.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay. Can you?
continue.
Okay. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
continue.
I'm sorry, Prof.
Sorry for the inconvenience.
No problem. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright. Okay, so we'll just now. I think still someone. There's still someone.
I
Stop
think they
sharing.
use the name from our student from.
Okay.
Awang Budiman, is that you? Awang. Okay, I will call all of your name. Answer ya. Okay, Adera, is that you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Adera present. Okay, Akil Al Muhaimin. Akil Al Muhaimin. Okay. Gus Dwi Setiawan. Ahmad Musawir. Alif Maskuri. Well, I think most of the here. Miss, what should we do?
Pak Ari, saya coba share screen. Apakah keluar kayak tadi?
Oke, dicoba dulu, Bu.
Ini saya share screen?
Ya, nggak keluar tadi. Nggak ada.
Saya Oke. Okay, can you try again, Prof?
Okay, let me try again.
Okay.
Okay, so Let's start again. So this is the, I think, start again. There's someone become blank.
Pause again.
Okay.
This is UIS.
Oh,
Maybe you can give the presentation to me, Prof.
okay, sure. I will share with Pak Danu
Yeah,
the
okay. It's okay.
through
You can
WhatsApp.
you can share it in Pak Danur.
You can
Okay.
share with
Yeah,
me.
Pak Danur will be the operator, I think. Okay, because I think the instructor is trying to
Hack.
hack your presentation, Prof.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay. I will
Maybe
share
you
it.
give it to somebody else. Oke, Pak Danur, boleh dicoba share screen-nya, kasih linknya.
Sekejap ya. Still uploading.
Atau teman-teman mahasiswa boleh sambil ditambahin NIM ya. Ini kayaknya ada penyusup tapi dia pakai nama TI soalnya.
Tadi namanya ini Bu Kimberly siapa gitu.
Enggak, ini tadi beberapa pakai nama anak TI.
Itu sambil share screen Pak Danur coba kalau sudah ada screen-nya, sudah ada PPT-nya.
Okay,
Okay,
Pak
there's
Danu.
downloading.
Downloading.
Yeah, downloading. About 5 minutes.
Dicoba dulu, Prof. Pak Danur, silakan. Nanti
Di download.
Okay. Wait.
Yep.
About 30%. Wait.
Okay.
Sorry, Prof. This,
Sorry.
No problem.
the akun
It's
Zoom is
okay.
open maybe. Not restricted.
Yeah, because
I
we think
think
that
University Asia, there's you already came here, right? For a visit before this?
Yes, the 2018 maybe.
Yeah,
2018.
before pandemic.
Before pandemic.
2020.
Yes, 20.
That time I was head of program at faculty.
Oh.
Yeah, computer science head of program. Because I remember, yeah, the name is quite unique. UNISA.
Indonesia.
I think around 5 of you, right? Three or five who came to visit us.
Maybe 3. 3 or 4.
Three.
Ibu Esi, me, and Pak Zaki maybe. Ya Bu Esi ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2018 ya.
18, yes.
2018.
In March.
Information technology ya.
Oh yeah. Arizona, are you there too? You were here too, or no? You're not.
No, no, Prof.
Arizona not yet join in UNISA.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I joined
Okay.
UNISA at 2018, the end of 2018.
18.
So,
Okay.
so I'm not
Again,
joining the program yet.
So you're from industry or the other university?
Industry.
I begin my career at industry. I'm a practitioner.
Industry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, very good. So it's easy to, when you teach student, you have a real case study from industry.
Yep.
Yeah, instead of
I often use
theoretical.
the yeah, use the real case from that I work, and I do hope that the student will be will be able to compete when they graduation from information technology UNISA from.
Yes.
Maybe we can continue, or Pak Danur, how about the presentation?
Okay, I will open the presentation. Wait. Okay. It's appear to the screen.
We already at, I think, page, the slide number 50.
Okay, 15.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay, let's continue. All right, so now what we can summarize from the video, we can see the evolution of industry. Start with 1.0, 2.0, 3, and 4, which is we can see that first industrial revolution is focused on the power generation, and then beginning of 20th century is focused on the industrialization, and then goes to the 3.0 electronic automation, and then now we are in the phase of 4.0, which is about smart automation. Okay. Next, Pak Danu. Okay, so we can see here there are 8 main areas that focus in the fourth industrial revolution, okay, which are focused on the big data analytics. And now we can see that in the future trends, the graduates from big data, the demand is very, very high. And then artificial intelligence, yes, no doubt. Okay, business intelligence, cloud applications, and then we go for the mobile, robotic automation, Internet of Things, and also on the social. Okay, if you look at on the fourth industrial revolution, on how the 4 main areas, okay, on the 8 main areas, it is connected, and this is how smart automation is being involved. And you guys as a student who are taking the course in IT, the future, your career is a very, very wide actually. Okay, here in Malaysia, even during pandemic, for the IT person, for the job scope in the IT, computer science, computing, even during pandemic, the work is not stopped. The demand is still there. Even our students, okay, can still go for the internship, can work from home. Okay, there is the beauty and the demand of the IT is very high. So congratulations, you are in this field and you are on the right track. Okay, hopefully when you are graduated, okay, you have a job waiting for you. Okay. Okay, next part. Okay, so we want to see, okay, we already learned on the how the evolution of first in 1.0 until 4.0. And then the process involved is start with the digitized versus digitalization. Okay, so next. Okay, I want to have a feedback or response from the students, okay, on how you understand, what your understanding about digitize and digitalize. Digitization on digitalization. There's a two different things. So let's have some thoughts about this. There's no right, no wrong. Okay, I just want to get your thoughts about this digitize versus digitalize. Okay, I give you some time for you to think and yeah, for you to give the answer. It's just a short answer, not too long. What is your understanding? What do you understand about digitize and digitalization? Until now, there's only one answer. Okay, two answer. You can scan the QR here to give the answer, okay? Using your phone, you can use the QR, scan the QR code.
Come on, guys, you can answer the question, I think.
Yeah, what is digitize and digitalization? Actually, they're two different things. Good. Some of you said it's a manual to digital. Very good. Mendigitalkan transformation, paperless, is convert analog data. Very good. Digitize is terminology, conversion of data. Okay. You can click answer there. Can you click answer to see the students' answer?
This
So
link.
when you click answer, can I think because is I'm using my account, so you cannot see the answer, right?
Oh yeah.
If I share my screen,
Oh, yeah.
Maybe can you try?
Okay, I try. I try to share my screen to
I'm sorry, maybe Pak Danur can help me because I still do the sweeping.
Can you see it now? Okay. So these are some answers from our student. Okay. So some is say that it's about manual to digital transformation. Paperless is a conversion of data. Okay. Yeah, it's still coming. The answer from student. Integration is about integration. Process. Conversion of data. Okay. So yes, so can okay, they're still coming. Convert in data. Okay, so I think yeah, thank you for those who respond to this. Okay, I really appreciate that. Then can I continue or Padana want to share? It's okay for me.
Maybe you can share, Prof.
I try to I just
Yes,
continue, okay? Share. If it is happen again, then Padana can take over the all right. So just now, okay, students already give the idea what is your understanding between digitize and digitalization. Okay, so digitization, okay, or digitize is the foundation. Foundation means you cannot do the digitalization if you don't have the foundation yet. Example here. Okay, example here. We can see on the when you go to the restaurant before this, okay, there's a book of menu book, right? So you need to select when the waitress came to you, and then you give the choice what you want to eat. Okay, it's a book. It's a book. So now, how it's convert from analog to digital? Okay, by using your phone, okay, you go to the website, their website, or they have a apps, so you can just select the food that you want to order just using phone. Or you have a form, okay, manual form. You need to fill in the form. But now your faculty make it from the manual form, physical form, it become, you can use Google Form to fill in, okay, your information. So it is converting analog to digital. That's what we call digitization. Okay, it is from manual, from analog to digital. And when it goes to digitalization, okay, digitalize, it is improve, okay, how work is done. Okay, now maybe by using QR code, just now you're using QR code, okay, you QR scan, you scan, and then you can just give the response immediately, and it take the result from what you key in, okay, fill in the form just now through digital. So the foundation, okay, the foundation, it comes from the analog, the manual, and then we digitize it, and then it become digitalization, it become a system. So how about digital transformation? Okay, digital transformation, if you notice now in order food, you no need to go there to the place. Let's say you want to order Pizza Hut, okay, pizza. So you no need to go to the shop and buy. By using the apps, okay, either using pizza apps or you just order through Grab food, okay, then the food is come to you. So the online payment, the transaction, everything on the line, okay, you no need to pay or to go there physically. So that is the beauty, the process on how we start with the digitize. We go to the digitalization, and then now we are in the digital transformation. Nowadays, is still there's a tradition method, people still using manual. I'm not sure in Indonesia, but here during pandemic in Malaysia, we have the apps called My Sejahtera. So we just go to the shop and then we just scan the QR. Okay. However, there are still people not familiar or they still feel not comfortable to use the apps My Sejahtera. But what they did is they still write their name on the book. Okay, write their name on the book and key in manually the address and so on. But I'm not sure. Pak Arizona, how about in Indonesia? Do you have, like us, we have My Sejahtera apps which record the statistic for those who are having COVID and which area that cover that already got COVID, how many of them. So this send us alert. Do you have that kind of apps also in Indonesia?
Yes, we have also the kind of application that tracking the status of the COVID called Peduli Lindungi, Prof.
What is
Peduli
called?
Lindungi. Peduli
Lin-
Lindungi.
Lindungi.
Yes. Care and Protect, Prof. Peduli Lindungi. There's also the application, Peduli Lindungi. Peduli Lindungi.
Peduli.
Peduli Lindungi.
Peduli Lindungi. Oh, Peduli Lindungi. Okay.
Yes.
Here we
The application
My
is kind of like a tracking application that shows the area of COVID-19 coverage, and also the application owner that in their smartphone can tracking the status of vaccine, how many vaccine that they have, and how many and how many places and public places that we enter. So I think it's kind of similar, similar with the application.
The record of the trip.
Okay.
The trip also.
Right. And then you also have the, like when we go to the shop, we still need to, there's two options, either you use QR and some people tend to use manual. For everything.
Want to come to the public places such as a supermarket or maybe the cinema, maybe we must scan the QR to show the status of our vaccine and our health. So if there is some kind of like a red light or a flag in the status, then the security may,
Alarm.
may not let us to enter the public facility like that, Prof.
Oh, okay. I think same process, similar process also here in Malaysia. But now, is it still compulsory for you to wear mask?
Well, in some place there may be allowed not to wear mask, but in some places that contain crowded people, health protocol and mask is also a must, I think. Right, Zahra, in some places there are still wearing a mask.
Our president cannot mask in outdoor.
Yeah. Here, outdoor can you're free not to wear mask, but indoor you still need to wear mask.
Yes.
Okay.
Similar rules, Prof.
Yeah. So here, we can see, I hope the students can see, the difference between digitalization and digital transformation. We go for the simple example, which is when you enter a restaurant. Normally, previously, long time ago, they choose to use this one. This what we call menu, catalog of food, but now we digitize, through the having a website, and then the shop is easy, just take order, and then digitalization Okay, just use the QR to scan to pay. You have we have a bank internet banking. When you want to pay, you just scan and then you can pay. It just the transfer the money like that. Okay, and then go for the digital transformation. We know that we have Grab Food, Food Panda, and then in Indonesia, I think it's very famous. You use what do you call that? Moto. They send food. I think you have a special name. The apps in Indonesia, right? Similar to the Food Panda, Grab Food.
Yeah.
Shopee,
We also have like a Shopee Food or GoFood maybe.
GoFood.
There's plenty of
Oh,
applications
yeah.
in Indonesia, bro.
Yes, everything in Indonesia, right? So see, the local product of apps has been used widely in Indonesia. It's very good. Okay. So now, okay, now I would like to go for the education 4.0 here. Okay. 4.0 education 4.0. How we know that it's about smart automation. Okay, and then we learn the process, how digitize versus digitalization. It start from the manual and then you computerize it and it become the digitalization. And if you, I think of all of us, okay, not all of us, but some of us maybe have a Netflix, okay. If you notice that when you watch a Netflix, when you the next recommendation, Netflix will recommend you these are the few films or movie that will suit your interests. Why? Because it is become digitalization transformation. Okay, they do the sum of data collection and have a recommender. AI is involved there, okay, artificial information. And then if you notice, come to the IoT, Internet of Things, nowadays we can control our, let's say you want to wash your clothes, okay, you are in the office right now, but you remember, oh, you need to wash the clothes. There's a IoT that which is you can monitor your washing machine, you can monitor your lights, your aircon in your house by only having a phone, smartphone, because it is Internet of Things. It's happened like that. So for the education 4.0, we want to look at education 4.0. Before that, let us together watch this video and we see the evolution of education start from 1.0, 2.0 until 4.0.
Education is no stranger to change,
Can you
perhaps
hear
now
the
more
sound?
so than ever.
I just have to check.
Yes, bro.
Okay, good.
In Education 1.0, we saw learners as receptacles of knowledge. We spoke and they listened. We gave them information and they regurgitated it. It was a primitive system with little or no collaboration. Technology in the classroom was banned, and information was usually in the form of a stand-up routine supported by handouts, textbooks, videos, and occasionally the World Wide Web. Then came Education 2.0. Learners were encouraged to learn in more spontaneous and explorative ways. We facilitated the learning opportunities, and they gained knowledge by formulating and solving their own problems. Technology was used in basic ways. Wikis, podcasts, blogs, and personal websites enabled learners to directly interact with the online content and one another. A few clicks later, and we entered Education 3.0. Learners now share their knowledge to co-create new knowledge. They have their own access to information, the option to learn virtually, and platforms to easily connect with us and one another. Education is no longer centred upon a back and forth between them and us. Instead, we have been transformed into a coach, advisor, learner and resource guide, providing our learners with the tools and direction to create their own ideas in the digital landscape and beyond. So what's next? We are now on the cusp of a new phase, Education 4.0. This vision of the future of education aligns itself with the emerging fourth industrial revolution. With the world changing so rapidly and so often, we need to ensure that our learners are adaptable and at the forefront of current and emerging technologies. Education 4.0 takes the lessons of Education 3.0 and propels them forward into something much more dynamic. Smart technologies, artificial intelligence, robotics, cloud workflows and more are informing change across the board, and we need to embrace and adapt with our learners to enable them to develop the skills they need, not only to effectively use current technologies, but to adapt to and embrace emerging ones.
Okay. So what we can summarize about education 4.0, 2.0, 3.0 and 4.0. Okay, I make it in the figure like this. Okay, from the explanation from the video, we can see that education 1.0 is like a one-way communication. One way, because only teachers speak and students just listen. Okay. When it comes to the education 2.0, we start to have a feedback response. Okay, a lecturer still become a teacher, teach the student, and we have some discussion, responding, and so on in the education 2.0. Okay, and then for the 3.0, if you notice that it started lecturer or teacher become a facilitator. Here it comes with the PBL, SCL, student-centered learning. PBL is about project-based learning, okay? Which is student will cooperate between them, collaborative learning, and teacher or lecturer become a facilitator to guide them. And now, it's a very interesting when come to the education 4.0. Okay, this one I'm the one who draw. Okay, okay. For the education 4.0, we noticed that our learners, our students also started to become a very progressive or aggressively. They know that is the information, the knowledge is just not in the class. It can serve online, it can serve everywhere, and the learning process is not just inside the class. The students, the learners is a become content producer, and also is a become content creator. And the learners will connect with the lecturers, learners will connect to the educators, and then learners also, which is you, a student, okay, become what we can say is when you have become a course creator, the information, you are the one who become the master of the knowledge, and then it doesn't mean that the lecturer is not exist. The lecturer still exists, the educator still exists, but they will facilitate you. They will give this time lecturer become the give an inspiration for the student. If you notice, if you, I'm not sure, can someone student unmute? Do you familiar with a micro-credential or massive open online courses? MOOC, MOOC?
Yes, maybe Mas Bagus or
Yeah,
uh,
okay.
we have 24 student in maybe kemarin ya, Putika semesternya, agak lupa. Last semester.
Okay.
24
Understand.
24 student get micro credential course.
MME program.
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so in the Asia University, you have the student can do can take micro credential or MOOC and then do a credit transfer or what?
Yes, we have credit transfer for that. One student can 3 SKS
Okay, very good.
One
Very good.
course the same with 2 or 3 SKS in our course maybe. Yes,
Okay.
Tika?
Means Bu, you have like a stackable micro credential, right? The students can take a micro credential, let's say for the subject, for the course database system. Do you do like a modular course? You divide to 3 micro credential, and then when the student pass with the first micro credential, and then it collect the second, the third until finish all 3 together, and then they can do a credit transfer, or how you the process in Aisyah University?
Oh, maybe the 24 student maybe join micro credential from the Kementerian
Oh,
Education from
Kementerian.
Indonesia, yes. But we have kampus Merdeka Belajar Kampus Merdeka from the Kementerian too. Can the credit transfer in 20 SKS, maybe in what is internship or what is the asisten mengajar, like that. Jadi micro credential is just one course and we credit transfer in one course.
Oh, means
The
that
transfer is based on the
Course the student take.
the course of information technology student. So usually one course contain like 3 credit semesters, and on Kampus Merdeka Belajar, there is a program from Ministry of Education in Indonesia. So there are contain at least about 12 that can be taken by our student and transferred on credit semester.
Credit semester.
Yes, basically the most of the student like to take the internship, or maybe we call it kampus mengajar or the teaching campus, and the student is teaching at like a senior
high
school, yeah, like that, and we can transfer it into a credit semester based on the subject that the student take.
Credential in level that the prof call it, we cannot. Belum pernah.
We
belum
have
pernah lagi.
yeah. We
Yeah.
have
So
never
what is
done it.
the completion rate? Let's say if the 24 students that you mentioned just now is completed the study, right? The micro credential. How about the others? Is it 24 out of 50 students or what?
Sorry, the other what for?
There are 24
because we go to the statistic. Normally, the enrollment of the student for the micro credential or MOOC, MOOC, online courses, okay, the statistic shows that only 5% of the students from the who are enrolled are able to complete the course. But when you say 24 just now, it's very interesting. Is it 24 enrolled and 24 completed the course? Or the enrollment of the student very high, but only 24 of students are able to complete or success to complete for the course?
They are the register and then accepted.
Yes.
Another student registered but not accepted is ada.
There are a lot of students who wants to participate in the course, but if we can have participated in the course, we elected first. We like a collection of the student who wants to compete and who can compete. So based on about 100 students registered, there are 24 students who passed the test. So the 21st student can compete and join the program.
Enjoying the program.
Okay, they're very committed. Yeah, they're very committed. The students are very committed. Because when I look at the statistic, normally 5%. Because do you familiar with the Coursera platform? Coursera, yeah. Yeah, the Coursera platform. We joined the Coursera platform, which is in the Coursera platform. There's a lots of university, international university. Sorry, Coursera. The Coursera. Okay, it's like a Future Learn, EduMy, the Harvard University, Oxford University also there. Okay, we can the student can earn the badge, digital badge, and then can do credit transfer. We allow student to do that in UMP. Okay, and we also in UMP develop the micro credential or MOOC. Okay, and we have developed for course database system and data structure with Binus University. I hope that we also can work together for the Asia University, okay, in developing the micro credential if possible. Can do
Well, I
that.
think it's possible. Depend on what term that we can discuss and we can make a cooperation like that.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe
So
can
let's
we can maybe another agenda, maybe like what is the student exchange or micro credentials. It's open to UNISA Jogja.
Yeah, yes, correct. That's what we are doing with Venus University. Okay. Okay, let's continue. For the students, I would like to say your university, Universitas Asia, you make a good choice because now for the future education, is go for the flexibility learning, okay, which is give a freedom to the student. It's not only on the traditional classroom, but we have the online classroom, hybrid classroom, and since UNISA has this kind of facilities, opportunities, so this is a good exposure to you guys. Okay, so next, okay, let's together we watch the video on how Education 4.0 is transforming the future of education through advanced technology.
I remember the teacher talked and we listened. We had to memorise quite a lot too. A lot of time was spent giving out books and collecting them up again. We were sitting in rows in desks so we could see the board better because talk and chalk was the way.
There must be an industrial revolution in education, in which educational science and the ingenuity of educational technology combine to modernise the grossly inefficient and clumsy procedures of conventional education. Sydney L. Presse, 1924.
These young people are studying in a new way.
A computing calculator designed for use in high school classrooms has created tremendous excitement among educators.
The tool which has made this possible is the high-speed digital computer operating with electronic precision on great quantities of information.
But the third industrial revolution, that was PCs and the internet, and we just about caught up with that. The fourth industrial revolution is what becomes possible from those technologies.
Industry 4.0 is the next big shift in the way that manufacturing operates. Digital know-how is going to be hugely important, and then people will need to be flexible because the world will change.
The future workplace and future societies, we're still moulding them as we go, and technology is one of the main pillars in what is shaping what the future will look like.
The pace of change is remarkable, with the introduction of these exponential technologies creating a paradigm shift to create Education 4.0.
Lectures aren't fit for purpose anymore. Using textbooks and teaching in a Victorian sort of method with rows of students, listening to the teacher, taking notes, it's obsolete. We need to use our time in left to actually have those meaningful mentoring one-to-ones that can never be replaced. The technology gives us that time if we use it correctly.
rather than being something that's scary, we can use technology to be something that's very liberating for people, so that instead of having to go through the rigmarole of institutional learning as it's been in the past, we can actually use smart robotics, smart computers to make learning more accessible to more people and to actually tailor it to individual needs.
This whole cluster of AI technologies will make learning for students more rewarding, teaching for academics more rewarding. We want it to be a win for everybody.
We've shown already in clinical studies and trials that retention is up to 70% higher in virtual reality. That has a huge impact on learning and retention of facts.
The challenge is for universities to really develop their students' digital skills so that they can actually make use of those skills in the workplace.
It would be all too easy to say everyone must learn to code, but the truth is coding is just one digital skill.
Creativity, collaboration, communication, critical thinking, these skills that can never be automated, that can never be replaced, are what we need to focus on.
Education 4.0 is a request to the education sector to rethink the educational paradigm. And it's an opportunity for us as this fourth industrial revolution kicks off to think about what modern education should look like.
We now live in a hyper-connected world, and now the time, more than ever, the time is for us to say, what do we want to do with that?
Okay. So really, we go for the education 4.0. Okay. What I can summarize from the video. Okay. As we discussed just now, learners as a content producer and sharer. Nowadays, okay, in your age for the students, I believe many of you like to develop your own video and you share to the TikTok, okay, to the Instagram. This is your age, which is very fast in technology. So here, that what we call as learners as a content producer and sharer. Some of you got follower 10K, 15K, okay? Your generation is very, very fast in the technology. And that is why you become a content producer. And we can see also for the education 4.0, the web now become as a curriculum. And then everything like us as a lecturer, when we do a curriculum, we easily can find a program or can do a reference to the other university, even the international university like Harvard, Oxford, okay, easily because they are sharing to the public on their program structure, which is we can do a reference there. And then the learners also become a connectors. When you have a collaborative learning, the learners here, we have in UMP, I would like to share our UMP initiative, which is we have global classroom. Global classroom is involved between our university, UMP, with other international university outside, and also the industrial partners. The talk, okay, like what you have done right now, you invited me to give a talk. So we have also with other university give a talk, and also we have assessment sharing. Assessment sharing here is student, UMP student with, let's say, Cardiff University in UK, they work together and then they be in a one group and we evaluate them. So there will be a benchmarking between students and students. So here that we call learners as connectors, connect between from other countries and become a creators, and at the same time you become constructivists between under your diversity of network. So when you become a creators, of course, at the same time, learners, you become a teacher to your friend. And I believe that when you do a assignment, your lecturer will give you like a peer review, peer assessment between your colleagues. Okay. Now, lecturer become a facilitator. He want to see on how you become your knowledge, your skill, and your abilities to be a leader one day, to work in a group, okay, to have a good time management, everything. So learners is not only become a learners or become a student, but also you become a lecturer. You become a teacher to your friends. And we as a lecturer also sometimes we learn from you, because learners nowadays is become a content producer. And how the learners, the student can make a connection maker. Okay, it is easily education 4.0 is open access to information. There's no barrier. Okay, nowadays, like the example I shared with you, the Coursera platform. There you can enroll to the course, to any free courses, okay? But if you want to sit for the exam, you want to get the certificate or the badges, you need to pay. And then some of the courses also just free. Even you get the certificate is free. So what I want to say here is learning is not just stop in the our classroom, like what happened during education 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. Now it's become diversity of network. You can access anywhere, anytime. Okay, you become a very good or positive or aggressive learners. That's for student nowadays. Okay, so the effects of education in fourth IR, okay, you can see if you don't have the Industrial Revolution 4.0 about the IoT, about the cybersecurity, okay, if you don't have that, when the information is open like that, it's become easy for the people to hack, okay. That is why we really need security on cybersec. It's also the high demand right now. Right, Pak Arizona, you are expert in the cybersecurity, right?
Yeah,
So it's a high demand.
yeah. Right now, the cybersecurity is what is it, like a high demand, and well, extreme condition that we can say there is no system that's safe. So how to
Yes.
become safe is we have to prevent the intruder by ourselves. If we talk about the cybercrime and cybersecurity fields like that, there's always a way to hack the system.
Yeah, just now, like what happened just now, right?
Yeah.
Someone is wrote Dr. Awanis, I will kill you. Okay. So how
Yeah.
that it can hack, it can write a message like that. Okay. So that's what we say. The information, the apps is exposing, and the hackers can hack the system. The hackers can take the system down. Okay, we need a people, okay, that expert in cybersecurity to make the things secure. Okay, and then based on the trend so far, the researchers predict that IR 4.0, okay, will give a major aspect of education. Here I divide to three: the content, the delivery pedagogy, and the structure management of education. The content here, we know that we cannot just rely on the textbooks, not like previous phase. The information, and then our students are fast, okay, very fast. It's not like a long time ago, like our age maybe it's a spoon feed, okay, but now the student really aggressively to find the information, okay, to get the knowledge. The delivery pedagogy also we need to change as educators. We cannot just stay in the front of the class and give the lesson like that. we need to do like some activities. We need to get involved with the industry. Okay. And what happens if we have a hybrid classroom for the educators? You need to entertain the student physically, and then at the same time, you need to entertain the student online. Do you have that in Aisha University? Are you started to have a hybrid classroom?
Yes, Prof. We started to have hybrid before pandemic, I think.
Yes.
The class is divided by like we use LMS, learning management system, and also we sometimes use conventional class to do the hybrid lesson like that, Prof.
Yeah, yeah. And then I think it's not easy actually. If hybrid classroom at same time, same place, you have physical students with you. And then at the same time, you have online student. So you need to entertain on the this pedagogy, how you want to deliver, how you want to make sure that online student are with us, and then physical student are also with us. So when it become hybrid, there are two type of student that we need to cater.
Yes,
And
online
then
and offline.
yes, online and offline. So we come in the offline mode, but the student is in the online, because this is what we call hybrid and flexibility of education. We need to prepare, our university need to prepare to go there on the hybrid and flexibility education. So the structure, the management of education, the facilities need to be there, the technology, the infra and info. Okay, here the technologies. Okay, just want to share with you guys. I believe that our students is very fast forward. Maybe you're already familiar with some of the technology. I'm not sure, but in UMP, we are now developing on the hybrid classroom to make sure that we have the facilities to cater on the hybrid classroom. So let's together we watch the classroom technology.
Let's face it, school's not what it used to be. Today's high schoolers are learning how to fly drones and 3D printing their artwork. It's really cool, but also kind of scary. So what crazy new technologies will replace number 2 pencils and good old graph paper in the classrooms of the future? Virtual reality has been around since the 90s, but now Facebook and Google are no longer in your face, but on your face. Google's expeditions virtual classroom gaming as early as next year. This is the first kind of headgear that might get you into the popular crowd. 3D printing in schools is revolutionizing the art of show and tell. These printers can make machine parts, jewelry, are already using 3D printing to design prosthetic hands. Remember how you had to work around heavy books and then swap them out for other heavy books from your locker? Well, now there's the cloud, saving students from back problems everywhere. But the cloud could also give teachers direct access to data on students' study habits. By doing all their homework online, students take their assignments and whether or not they're taking notes. There's a bonus though. Major publishers could use that data to judge how effective and engaging certain textbooks are, so you could be recycling that boring algebra book. With biometrics technology, you've got fingerprint scanning to borrow library books and iris scanning. Yikes. It's like old school projectors, but in 3D. Remember Michael Jackson's Back from the Dead moonwalk performance? Well, hologram technology in classrooms is still just a dream for now because it's too expensive. But in the future, it would allow teachers to give lessons to students across the world. What?
Imagine taking a tour of a historic 3D model of the Colosseum right from your desk. The potential for new technology in the classroom is pretty amazing, but will it cause students who are plugged in all the time to forget what it's like to live in the real world?
So from there, we can see that how technology take place, but instead of technology take place, we still need a lecturer, we still need a teacher to educate us, because we still need a human touch. We still need a care from the human to human to understand our emotion, especially for the student. I believe that. Okay. So now, we go for the UMP initiative here, what we are having in UMP, and just to give some insight to the students in Aisha University. Okay, which is, I think that some of the initiative here are same with you guys in the UNISA, okay, in the UNISA. We have a blended learning, which is, we know that blended learning is a type of, two types, offline, okay, physical, and then we have online learning. So we have a platform, LMS, Learning Management System, which we call it as a column. It is to have a substitute blended learning and also the supporting blended learning. And then for the massive open online courses, MOOC, MOOC, we have UMP MOOC platform, okay, which is we call ilmu, okay, ilmu.ump.my. And then we have micro credential for the MOOC MC. We park in the UMP MOOC platform. We have own platform and it can be accessed globally, public, okay. And we have a global classroom, which is a teaching collaboration with the prestige universities, and also we also have a hybrid and flexibility classroom. So the teaching collaboration, it is what we want to discuss more. We also from the UNISA. So we will have, like us, we can invite a lecturer from the UNISA to give or to share the knowledge with our student, and our student, UMP student and UNISA student can work together collaboratively in the subject matter, okay, in the course. So we also can have on the research collaboration, research and innovation department. Maybe we have a matching grant between UMP and UNISA. We can work on that. Okay, when we say that matching grant, if we get the grant, so our student can be our researcher, actually, our student. We can expose our student in doing a research, because the student is very fast, very can get the information. We teach them on to have a skill of research, especially for the degree student and final year student. You already, maybe if you not find a job, good job, you can further study in master program. So this is a time for you to start to have a skill of research, to do research. Okay. These are the initiative of UMP, and then now we really focus on the development of MOOC, okay, MOOC, and also the micro credential MC. Okay, I believe that students, some of the students still not familiar what is a micro credential. Okay, for those who are already enrolled in the micro credential, very good, congratulations. But some who are still maybe asking, wondering what is a micro credential. So let us together watch this video and get some insight, full what is the concept of micro credential, that nowadays the world are looking for the micro credential. Why? Okay, let's us together watch this.
Ever wonder how you can be recognized for professional learning throughout your career? Microcredentials recognize the skills you've developed to drive learning in and out of your classroom. This lets you personalize your learning based on interests, your students' needs, and school and district goals. By shifting how learning is recognized, from seat time to demonstrated competence, micro-credentials make the growing wealth of resources you use, from virtual communities and online tools to coaches and mentors, more relevant and meaningful. You can select a single micro-credential or a stack, collect the required evidence, and submit it online for assessment. If successful, you will earn the micro-credential and get a shareable digital badge to enhance your profile, resume, and validate your unique skills. To see what this can mean for you and your school, explore the micro-credential platform today.
Okay. So it's a short video about micro-credential. Hopefully can give you some info on the micro-credential. So micro-credential, oh sorry, I forgot to remove the BINU SIMSTI here. So now let's say UMP and UNISA on the 21st century skills badging. Okay, we hope that we can have the foundation for the new international credential for universities. Okay, UMP and UNISA to meet the needs of lifelong learning. And then from there, the student, when finished, we want to make sure that you are competent for that particular course. Okay, you need to have some assessment to make sure that you're competent. And if you pass, you are able to get the digital badge. And, sorry. Okay, so for the digital badge, when you earn the digital badge, you can share the digital badge to the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and so on. Okay, digital badge, this is the example on the digital badge. Okay, this is my friend, lecturer from UMP. Let's say you have several digital badge and you share in the LinkedIn. Okay, example, Google Analytics individual qualification. You got the certificate like this, and it been verified from the Google. This is digital badge. Okay, so students, you may take the free courses outside, okay, which give you the digital badge, and it is from the professional bodies. You sometimes it's free, okay, and for the professional cert, okay, I believe that from Cisco, if you go the cybersec Cisco, you need to pay quite high the expenses of fee for the professional cert. But also you can find the free courses. Okay. So what can I summarize for the micro-credential on the 6 features of the credential, why we need micro-credential? So because micro-credential is a chunk, it's a byte per byte, okay, from the whole course. Let's say for the database system, it can divide to 3 micro-credential, 3 smaller courses, and then for each course, for each micro-credential, you need to be competent. Competent here means that what is the course learning outcome? And then when you have a course learning outcome, you need to have an assessment to make sure that students can answer, student can pass, and then you're competent for that CLO1, course learning outcome number 1, which is knowledge. You have the knowledge on how to do ERP, entity relationship diagram, example, okay? So you know about the business diagram. So that is a micro-credential. It divide, it make understanding on the course to the smaller small units of study, okay? And make sure for each micro-credential, there's a course learning outcome to make sure that you are competent. Why people go for the micro-credential also? Because it can personalize. Let's say, example, you are graduated as an IT graduate, okay? In the program, you didn't learn about blockchain, but we know nowadays blockchain also boom, okay? Blockchain boom. So when you want to apply a job, there's a requirement to know a blockchain. You don't need to go to the university to learn blockchain, but you can find a course, okay, that can personalize you. Okay, you want to have a blockchain only, so you take a micro-credential on the blockchain. So from there, you get the knowledge and you sit for the test, you got the certificate, of the digital badge, then you can apply for a job which it is supporting your degree or your diploma on the IT program. Okay, even you're IT graduate student, but it plus added value with the blockchain because the requirement of the job need blockchain. So micro credential also is based on demand, learning based on the current demand. Example like blockchain just now, because the demand nowadays is very high. Or let's say example on the IoT, you didn't learn in your study, in your program. But when you graduate and then the job need for you to understand about the IoT, competent in the IoT, so you can take a micro credential and get the certificate to show that you are competent in that course. Okay, it is a competency based. It's a competent in the specific skill. You got a digital badge, and then it is affordable, minimum charge for the small unit. So with the micro credential, the cost is not high because it's just focused on the one small unit, and then you just pay for that, and you got the certificate. So it is based on the personalized. It's based on the demand. So that is why people nowadays really go for the micro credential because you can study at any time, anywhere. The course maybe for the student A, it will take you a month to complete. But for the student B, it only take you 3 days to complete because it is flexible. It is a self-paced learning. You can learn at any time, anywhere. So micro credential, normally we have that material. We need to have activities and assessment. Learning material here can be in the video, notes, okay. You have an instructor with you. If you have a synchronous, you have an instructor with you to teach you, or everything in synchronous. You just watch the video, okay. And then activities here, you can ask question to your instructor. You can get the feedback, discussion, and also for the assessment. Assessment is very important. When you see the micro credential, you need to have assessment here because we want to check your competency on when you take the micro credential. What is the course learning outcome and you achieve it or not. Okay, so these three elements of micro credentials, we need to understand that. So we go to the slide on the challenges in e-learning. Okay, we know that. I believe that before pandemic, we are happily learn in the classroom. Okay, but then come to the pandemic, I think it become like some people feel that it is disaster for them, especially for the veteran lecturer who not use conference, video conference to teach. Normally they go for the physical, but they need to do that. They need to switch it immediately. Okay, so the learning environment is changed, and pedagogy also changed for the lecturer to deliver the material. So online classroom will face a great challenge to those who are study better in traditional environment. So the challenge for the lecturer for the hybrid classroom, as I said previously, when you need to cater, you be in the location, physical with the student, physical student face to face, but at the same time, you have online student with you. When we go for that, really, we need to have a method and a good facilities to capture our movement. And we also need to be good, be eye contact with the physical students and also the online students. Okay, that one is for the learning environment. And then challenges in learning also is the misconceptions about technology skills. Some people realize that involved with online education need to be a technical savvy, but actually it's not. We cannot, even we have a technology, but we cannot rely to technology 100%. Still, we as a human become smarter than technology. Technology is assists us, but still we're the one who need to know how to use technology in a good way. And also the main misconceptions about help and support. Okay, people think that another common question about e-learning without the physical preference of a teacher. Here, a teacher, even it's an online learning, the instructor, we should always be with a student too. With a student is easily for the student to contact us. But the student also, you need to consider lecturer or teacher also is a human, has a family after working hours. So try to respect also the time. You may write a message, you may write a discussion, so on, but politely say to the lecturer, you may reply tomorrow and so on. Sorry to disturb like that. We need, as a student, okay, we need to understand our lecturer too. And for the lecturers, okay, sometimes we feel disturbed, but in a positive way, when we look at the good side, we know that, wow, our student is still study at the midnight, still study, and they have something to ask. They just write a message, but we can also not to reply, and we reply tomorrow morning. Okay, it also can like that. So both of us, both parties, students and lecturer, need to have a good cooperation and toleration between us. Okay, so some challenges and resistance to change, especially for those maybe in the 50s. Okay, for the student, no worries, they are very fast. But for us, for the lecturer, especially on the veteran lecturer, they resistant to change because they feel that, oh, they need to learn about the technology. They need to learn on to do the video conferencing, and then maybe if something happened, someone hacked, like there's a student who make noise in the class, but they cannot control. So it make things miserable for them. So this is the help of organization need to help this our educators, our lecturers to be familiar. Okay, I believe that during pandemic, for the UNISA, you come up with many webinars, okay, to help the lecturers on understanding on to using the video conference. I believe that. And also to conduct the online class. So the benefits of e-learning, of course, when we talk about micro-credential just now, is a customized space, okay? It's a self-paced learning. Student can get a freedom. You can learn early before you enter the class. You can finish the course if you have a micro-credential. Because like us, and also just now already been mentioned by your lecturer that you can do a credit transfer. It's very good based on your time. You have a holiday and then you want to take for the course, and you can do a credit transfer. So it's very good. So the other benefit is opportunity for the disadvantaged people who cannot commute to an institution or who are disabled. Okay, they can sit at home and still learn. This is the beauty for when we have e-learning. And of course, the convenience of time and place, promotion of independence, because we have a goal for the pandemic. At first, we feel that it is a very challenges, but now I believe that student or lecturers, you feel that, oh, you started to feel comfortable with e-learning. Okay, and then you have option to revisit anytime. Okay, so now we go for the research exhibition. Okay, I would like to invite UNISA. Okay, I would like to invite UNISA. Our faculty of computing, is organized ICNO, which is stand for you can go for the ICNO UMP.edu.my. Sorry, sadly I forgot about the full name of ICNO. We have a research exhibition, and this one is a international about ICNO. Okay, ICNO stand for the International Competition and Exhibition on Computing Innovation. So the short name is ICNO. And the participant categories are invited, start from the primary school, secondary school, skill training center, undergraduate students, okay, local or international, postgraduate student, and it also open to public. All right. So that is about ICINO, and I would like to share with you a video, okay, on our ICINO, previous ICINO 2019. This is the third time we conduct for the ICINO International Competition and Exhibition. Bu and Pak, for the ICINO also, maybe for the next coming ICINO, we can have a collaboration. It's not only from UMP, but we can have UMP UNISA to or become host for this one international competition. Okay, let's watch together on our.
Kalau pokoknya warna oranye di sini. Ada orang-orang. Okay, so that is the ICINO what we held during 2019 and 2019. Okay, so now we are on the last slide, conclusion. Let me recap on what we have learned today on the fourth industrial revolution and education 4.0. It is how on the smart automation in the era of fourth IR really help us in the education 4.0. It's all about digital nowadays, and then without video conferencing, don't you see that how we want to deliver our knowledge to our students during pandemic, and then with the apps, the Google help us, the Webex, the Microsoft Teams, students can have a collaborative learning, even they stay at their home, they still can deliver, they can do assignment, they can have a collaborative learning, through video conferencing, through the Google Docs, they share their knowledge, everything, can do the discussion through the help of technology too. Okay, so we are moving forward on the future education, which is we need to be ready. There's a lot of things will come, and then don't forget about when it exposed to the cyber, the security need to be looked very well. Okay, so that's all. Thank you, UNISA, for inviting me, and I go back to the moderator, Pak Rizana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Awanis, for the information and knowledge which have been given to us. And I'm sure that the information given is useful for us, and sure is broaden our knowledge in how to serve the waves of the industrial revolution and challenges in teaching and learning. Based on the presentation, we can make a brief conclusion. Prof, I would like to ask the permission to share the conclusion in bahasa to make the students take more glimpse of the information. Ya, dari presentasi memberikan kesimpulan menyimpulkan beberapa hal. Yang pertama adalah bahwa itu terus berkembang dan ada 4 tahap pada revolusi industri. Tahap pertama pada tahun 1800 itu adalah produksi dari tangan menuju ke mesin dan bagaimana menggunakan teknologi uap dan teknologi air, dan kemudian di tahun 1900 ada revolusi teknologi yang periodenya adalah tahun 1800 sampai dengan 1914 yang menghasilkan instalasi mulai jaringan telegram dan juga jaringan telepon, dan juga kemudian di tahun 2000 adalah revolusi digital yang dimulai abad 20 yang mulai meluasnya penggunaan elektronik dan teknologi yang berujung pada produksi otomatisasi yang kemudian di tahap keempat, yaitu dimulai dari tahun 2011 hingga sekarang terus berkembang dan sampai sekarang belum tahu hingga tahap apa. Kemudian pada presentasi yang disampaikan oleh Prof. Awanis juga bagaimana perubahan pembelajaran yang awalnya adalah sebagai pusat pembelajar, kemudian berkembang menjadi education yang guru sebagai fasilitator, kreator, konektor, dan juga agen konstruktivitas. Dan di sini juga pembelajaran tidak hanya berpusat pada guru, tetapi pembelajar juga bisa sebagai penghubung dan juga bisa berfungsi sebagai guru sendiri untuk sharing informasi dan juga berkarya. Dan ini tentu tanggung jawab tidak hanya dari pendidik, tapi juga dari peserta didik. Bagaimana pendidik ilmunya dan bagaimana peserta didik bertanggung jawab untuk menjadi pembelajar cepat dan juga tetap berprestasi. Presentasi juga dibahas mengenai tantangan-tantangan dalam pembelajaran elektronik atau yang pertama adalah bagaimana lingkungan kelas itu berubah atau dalam kelas menjadi hybrid ya, sehingga memang membutuhkan penyesuaian tersendiri. Kemudian yang kedua adalah perubahan bagaimana mengenai pembelajaran atau skill dalam yang beberapa mahasiswa atau beberapa guru juga perlu mempelajari ini. Kemudian bagaimana kita saling membantu atau terdapat miskonsepsi membantu dan saling support. Di sini terutama berhubungan bagaimana teacher atau guru dan pembelajar atau berkaitan dengan bagaimana keakraban mereka atau bagaimana teknologi. Dan juga yang keempat adalah bagaimana menyikapi perubahan, terutama mungkin bagi lecturer di 10 ya Prof, itu mungkin agak kesulitan, ada beberapa yang memang tidak ingin, tapi bagaimanapun ini adalah era-era yang terus berkembang dan teknologi akan terus berkembang sehingga kita harus peka dan mau berubah terhadap teknologi. Selain dari tantangan juga terdapat banyak keuntungan, yaitu terutama disimpulkan dari beberapa keuntungan ini adalah fleksibilitas ditawarkan. Jadi bisa diakses dari manapun dalam bentuk apapun dan sangat interaktif sehingga bisa menjadi sebuah promosi, sebuah pembelajaran independen. Mungkin itu yang bisa saya simpulkan dari pembelajaran ini. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we to English language. Now we move to the next agenda, which is question and answer session. For the audience who want to ask a question, you can just use the raise hand feature. Your camera, mention your name and state your question. Prof. Awanis, we will help the discussion. Is it okay if the student state the question or you prefer use English as the main language, Prof?
No Prof. Bahasa pun boleh.
Okay.
Bahasa pun okay. Okay.
Jadi tidak apa ya, Prof, if the student state the question in bahasa?
Yes, no problem. Tak ada masalah.
Okay, so yeah. Again, okay, Irwanda, there is a the Irwanda raised hand. Okay, open Irwanda and state your question.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Sebelumnya,
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
My name is Yawanda. I'm studying at 2019. So, Prof, actually, I have a 4 question. But I think the two four from 4 question is more important than the others. So, the first question is, if technology need more energy, a lot of more technology, and then right now there's a lot of vehicles using AI or electricity. Is it make more pollution or not, in your opinion? And then the second question is, if technology is more important, can technology make a country to be more diligent or more what is it? Have like kinda one more step than the others. I mean, like when more clever countries. I mean, like that. So I think it's the question. Thank you very much.
Okay, Prof. The answer, we held for 3 questions, or you just one by one, Prof?
I think let me answer for this one first. Okay. 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 Thank you, Wanda. Okay, for the good question. Okay. First question you asked about the technology. If it is normally technology needs more energy, okay, and then it will cost more electricity. So how we look at this, right? So here, okay, here when you produce a technology nowadays, if we look at the product that produced by manufacturers, they are focusing on the product sustainability. What is the product sustainability here? Okay, let me explain in bahasa a little bit. Okay, I mix around. Sustainability kelestarian here, okay, will involve with 3 main things. First, environmental. Okay. Kedua adalah profit, keuntungan, kewangan. Dan yang ketiga adalah social, melibatkan human, manusia. Okay. So nowadays, okay, government encourage the manufacturers to come out to produce product with a sustainability aspect on the greener product. Okay. So when we talk about the greener product, of course, okay, when a manufacturer produce a greener product, what happened normally, the cost is quite high. The cost is quite high. It is high when we purchase that one, but in the long running time, it become less energy, okay, to save to the environment. And then what we invest to buy the expensive product because it got 5-star on the environmental, the green product. Along the way, every month we see that the cost is low down. The bill of electricity become low. Okay. And about the social, why the social also important? Normally, product that the manufacturer produce a product, bila dia hasilkan produk, end of life product, bila jangka hayat produk tu sudah habis, produk tersebut boleh di-recycle, boleh di-remanufacture. Okay, so these things, okay, has been looked very deeply to all manufacturers, which is I believe that Indonesia also have the Ministry of Environmental, right? Which is look at this point of sustainability.
So for the question of Irwanda Budi, okay, it will cost the more electricity. Normally when we do energy saving, the product energy saving, the product is a green product, the electricity become low energy saving. So the three main pillars of sustainability we need to know: environmental, profit, and social. Okay, these three main pillars of sustainability. Okay, about the question number 2 on the technology. Sorry, Pak Ari, can you repeat the question on the number 2 is the technology?
Okay,
The question number 2.
Yeah, I take a
Dia
brief
berkenaan apa ya?
Yeah. Okay, can you hear my voice, Prof? Hello? Hello? Prof? Hello? Okay. I think what from Irwanda is, if the technology is very important, how the or what part of technology in a country that it can make a country to be more diligent and more effective in, if the technology is very important, because well and technology can destroy people if the people do not the right way. I think the main part of question is that, Prof, how the technology can make it is, if the technology is very important like that.
Okay, here what I can see, technology important. Okay, technology important, which is we like Japan. Okay, we know that Japan is a very fast in producing a good technology. Even in Malaysia, we are using product of Japan, and it's quite expensive but affordable, which is for the long run, it is affordable. Technology produce, it can make the country intelligent if that particular country who are producing the technology. But normally what we can see, like China or Japan, okay, they are the US, they are the core manufacturers, okay. Even India also like that. But we adalah pengguna, kita adalah pembeli dia. Kita menggunakan. But come to the technology, we cannot say that teknologi ini yang menyebabkan negara itu nampak bijak, smart. But actually the person, the human, the resource of the human ni sebenarnya yang menjadikan teknologi itu smart. So, country is not about technology, but it's about us as a human. And especially for you, a student, okay, you all adalah generasi yang kita harapkan yang akan membawa negara untuk menghasilkan teknologi, tapi dalam masa yang sama, it still memasyarakatkan, humanizing our country. Okay, kita tak boleh lari daripada tu. Okay, technology and human, but we as a human who make the technology become smarter, not the technology is smart. We as a human. Okay. I hope I can answer that for Irwan.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Is it already answered your question? You can open your cam maybe and give feedback from...
Yes, sir, and yes, Prof.
Okay.
Thank you,
You can
Irwan.
open your cam, Irwan. Okay, maybe we can move to the second questioner, second person who wants to ask the question. Okay, this is a question from Prof. A question regarding education for how to get started at education for PNO and to start to learn and teach for the future. I think it's about or how about a country started the education for PNO and what we do as a student and as a teacher for the future. I think the the main part of question from Muhammad Amrullah is that, Prof. Thank you.
Okay, Muhammad Amir. Okay, thank you so much for the question. Okay, really appreciate that. When you ask about how to get started, actually, okay, Amir, you already start the education 4.0. You are in this era, okay. Your lecturer already be with you, okay. You are using video conferencing right now, okay. We are having video conferencing right now. This is in the education 4.0. Previously, okay, as I mentioned before, 1.0, 2.0, 3.0 is focused on the physical dalam keadaan yang sama, lokasi yang sama. Sekarang ni, what happened? I'm from Malaysia, I'm in Pahang, and then you guys in the Yogyakarta, okay, Indonesia. Kita terpisah melalui benua without naik kapal terbang, okay, but we still can keep in touch like we are face to face right now. Okay, so when we said about the education 4.0, this kind of element, okay, already started on the education 4.0. We need a technology to make us from far become very close, okay, and then we need a technology, okay, to for you guys to find the knowledge, to find the information. You may browse the YouTube, that video been produced by others from the outside of your countries. So it's already started, my dear. It's already started now. And we are looking forward, your generation, really, some of you already started become a course creators, you become enablers, okay? Just go for that, keep moving, and you are on the right track.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Awanis. Is it already answer your question, Muhammad Amrullah?
Thank you, Ma'am.
Okay, so basically we are already in the education 4.0, yeah, Prof. We have to keep forward and do our responsibilities. Okay, the time, based on the time that we have, we still have, I think, one slot for questions. So please raise your hand and stay cam and state your questions, or you can use the chatting feature if the connection is not stable. Okay, one more question. Who wants to state the question? Hello? Okay, Wahyu, we have one more question, Prof, from Wahyu Fajri. Okay, Wahyu Fajri, and state your question.
Yes.
Hi, Wahyu. How are you?
Hi, Wahyu. Open your cam, please.
Pretty good. Okay. Okay, I have two questions. Okay, Prof. The first question is wait a minute. Okay. What is the difference between industrial revolution industrial revolution 4.0 and society 5.0? Even though both of them have the same goal to prosper human life. Do you understand me? Okay, and
yeah, you have two
the
questions,
second,
right?
Yes, I have two questions.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry, my English skill is a little bit.
No problem, it's okay.
The second question, why are a lot of people still talking about industry 4.0? Can a country implement the 5.0 society 5.0 industrial, I mean society 5.0 revolution without without having to perfect the 4.0 industrial stage? I think.
Okay, that's Wahyu.
Yeah, Eftan.
Okay, thank you, Wahyu. Okay, Prof. Maybe this is the last one and time is yours,
Okay.
Prof.
Okay, thank you, Wahyu. I just want to clarify on the question number 1. You asked me about IR 4.0 and education 4.0. But sorry, I'm not really clear. Antara apa?
Revolution revolution
IR
industry
4.0
and
okay,
society
4.0.
5.0.
Sustainability. Sorry, what is the other?
Society.
Society.
What
Oh,
is the
society.
difference between industrial revolution and society
And society
5.0?
5.0.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Wahyu. Okay, you know about society 5.0. Society 5.0 is bring up by Japan. Sebab in Japan, they really concerned about society 5.0, the evaluation of society 5.0. So your question is asked, what is the correlation, right, between this IR 4.0 in society 5.0. Society 5.0 is really berpaksikan, fokuskan kepada well-being, okay, well-being. Kalau dalam satu organisasi family, keluarga, bagaimana your parents educate the child and make sure that they have a good well-being. Well-being kat sini ialah dari segi didikan, dari segi kewangan, okay, dari segi facilities yang disediakan. Ni kita tengok dalam konteks yang kecil, dalam konteks keluarga. Okay, society 5.0. Because from the keluarga, inilah yang akan like a network, dia akan it's like a network di mana daripada satu yang kecil, keluarga yang kecil, dia akan memperluaskan rangkaian dia kepada yang lebih besar, iaitu kepada satu negara. So kat sini kalau kita tengok kepada IR 4.0, society nowadays, parents kalau in Japan, dia bagaimana dia menjaga kids, sebab in Japan, lelaki yang keluar bekerja ataupun perempuan yang bekerja, diorang bekerja is not like us, sometimes 8 to 5. They work until night time. So bagaimana dia monitor anak-anak yang belajar kat rumah ataupun anak dia berada kat mana is melalui Internet of Things ataupun melalui mobile yang berada di dalam sekarang ni IR 4.0 yang menggunakan teknologi. So that is why we can see that how technology can help society in a good way in monitoring their kids. Kalau government pula, dia control dia punya society dia ni, di mana kadang-kadang kita hantar WhatsApp ataupun information yang salah kepada orang lain, kita sebarkan information yang salah. So government can monitor, can track siapa yang buat benda yang salah tu. Okay. So that come to the IR 4.0 is very important in the society 5.0, di mana kita tahu society 5.0 dia berkembang terlalu cepat. Dan dia memfokuskan kepada well-being daripada semua aspek kehidupan. Okay. I'm not sure I'm answering your question or not, Wahyu.
Is your question answered, Wahyu?
For the question number 1.
Hello,
Is it
Wahyu?
okay, Wahyu?
Nombor satu okey tak? Question nombor satu.
Yeah, but tapi antara I'm using bahasa, tapi antara society 5.0 sama industrial 4.0 itu tujuannya sama.
Lain, tujuan dia lain. Kalau 4.0 dia lebihkan kepada teknologi tau, dia smart automation. It's all about the technology, very smart. But society ni dia memang menekankan kepada on the aspect well-being, kehidupan kita. Sebab kita tahu dalam society ni ada banyak masalah. Kalau di negara Malaysia lah, contohlah masalah ni, masalah dari segi problem with our kids generation muda yang contoh tak nak pergi universiti ke, tak nak belajar ke apa-apa. So bagaimana IR 4.0 ni yang ada kemudahan dari segi teknologi, maybe dia tak nak pergi kelas secara fizikal, tapi it can goes by having a smartphone, dia boleh belajar. By without pergi sekolah, ilmu tu dia tetap dapat melalui YouTube video, melalui free courses yang ada. So benda tu dia tak stop bukannya hanya dengan melalui pergi ke universiti sahaja dia akan dapat ilmu. Society is focused on us, on the society, but dia akan menekankan kepada society dengan ekonomi. Ekonomi lah, penjanaan ekonomi inilah yang IR 4.0 get involved. IR 4.0, Education 4.0 and Society 5.0. And Society 5.0 ni dibawa oleh Japan sebab dia tengok kepada masalah remaja yang terjadi sekarang ni. There's a transformation on the digital transformation, bagaimana IR 4.0, the digital, the smart automation can increase on the student behavior, on the society behavior. That is about society. And then we know that society for 5.0 is about the population, also the aging, the gap. So how we want to make sure that the long gap between the old and then the young generation, the well-being is being considered, okay, and then we look after without neglect anything from the old generation. Okay, this is a challenge actually. There's a challenge. They want to make sure that even the old generation also can learn about the IR 4.0 on the technology savvy. They want to make sure that also. So it shape people. IR 4.0 is helping to shape people to become smarter people. They don't want to ada generasi yang rasa left behind. Tak ada. Sebab tu dia Society 5.0 is focusing on the well-being and then to make sure that all generations of ages, okay, can get the same benefit from IR 4.0. Okay. Is it okay, Wahyu?
Okay.
Hello, Wahyu.
Thank you, Prof.
Okay, and then you talk about IR 5.0. Why we're still in the IR 4.0 instead? Because since 2011, okay, until now it's already 10 years, right? It's almost 10 years, but there's no new era of 5.0. This one, what I can say is IR 4.0 kita nampak negara yang cepat yang apply on the IR 4.0 adalah Japan, China, US, UK, okay, Europe country. But for us developing country, maybe kita tak pergi lagi IR 4.0 secara menyeluruh, still 3.0 pun lagi. We are developing country. So they want to make sure that IR 4.0 can reach everybody, can reach all countries. And this area of 8 areas in the IR 4.0, still they have a lot of things to do research.
There's still a lot of things they need to develop a technology, especially on the cyber security. The data is very huge. They can hack everywhere. So the area of cyber security is really evolving. Research in the cyber sector is very evolving. And then about the data analytics, you will have a lot of data, and we go for the oil and gas. Okay, now oil and gas, oil become a data analytic. People look at the data analytic on the oil and gas, how they can from the raw data, they can do some analytics, okay, to make sure that the data become very precious. Okay, so that is why I think, this is my personal view, is we still they still not change or go to the IR 5.0 yet, because 4.0 there's a lot of research need to be done in the IR 4.0.
You is answer your questions.
Okay. Yes, that terjawab. Thank
So
you.
basically, we're not moving 4.0 yet, yeah, Prof.
Yeah.
The technology is still 4.0, yeah.
Yeah, I think lots of research still being conducted in IR 4.0, especially in the 8 areas. Yeah, we can see the future demand also, data analytics still booming like that. But Japan, I think, is very fast. Maybe they will implement first or start with the IR 5.0 and others still follow. Because even for Malaysia, IR 3.0 still in the IR 3.0. We move slowly to IR 4.0.
Thank you very much, Prof, and thank you very much for
Thank
all
you so much.
that state the question. And I think it's already reached the end of the session. Thank you very much, Prof. And thanks to the audience that participated actively. The session is very good, and we broaden our knowledge together. The outstanding webinar titled check, my sound is already okay. The webinar titled Surfing the Waves of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, Challenges in Learning has now come to an end, and my role as moderator is, and I will give back the main role to our Master of Ceremony. Rest to the time and stage is yours. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, Mr. Ari. Overall, the conclusion has been conveyed by Mr. Ari. Exactly, it's really fun to continue, but yeah, time is running out. Thanks to Prof. Dr. Awanis for the information and knowledge which have been given to us. We hope will be useful for us. Okay, the last one, maybe we can take a pic here. Maybe Mr. Danur, you can help me to take a picture.
Okay, please open cam so we can take a picture together. Okay, slide. Okay, please open cam. Okay, let's start. We started from page 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, let's move to page 2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Danur. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, we got the last session in this event that is closing. Let's close this event by saying Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil
Alamin.
alamin. I am Restu Agiluli Arjun as the Master of Ceremony. Would like to say thanks to Prof. Dr. Awanis as the speaker, Mrs. Zahra Arwaning Tias as Head of Information Technology Study Program, the committee, and the audience entirely. May what we had conducted will be useful for us. Ladies and gentlemen, even guiding this event, I made mistakes or often someone here. Please forgive me. I am Restu Agiluli Arjun as Master of Ceremony. Would like to say thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Prof.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prof.
everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I'm glad to meet you. Until we meet again, we may discuss about the next, about the micro credential, most probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Pak Danur bisa di end.
Oh ya.